What is going on, everyone? Welcome to the Poke Office. My name is Colin. Today's video, we're going to rank every single special illustration rare Pokemon card that has come out in Scarlet and Violet Era so far. I think there's like 50 of them. And to be fair, on the tier maker list that I found, there's none of the special illustration rare trainers. It's just the actual Pokemon cards. So it's missing a few good ones like the Miriam from base set, the Iono from Paldea Evolved, the Iona from Paldean Fates, the Morty's Conviction from Temporal Forces. There's some good trainer cards as special illustration rares as well, but right now we're just talking about Pokemon. So before we get to that, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, make sure to do so now. Hit the button down below, hit the like button, and then throughout the video as I'm ranking these, it's not just about price. And of course, price plays a big part in my favorite cards, because how does it not? If you like Pokemon, there's something to be said when you're opening packs, blah, 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 blah. And then it's like, holy crap, I just pulled a $200 card. Like, if you were to pull the Greninja from Twilight Masquerade right now, that would more than likely create a little bit more excitement than pulling the Charizard from Obsidian Flames. Like $300, $50. Does one make you a little bit more excited? I mean, ultimately, opening Pokemon cards is a little bit of gambling. But on the flip side of that, my goodness, the art in Scarlet and Violet Era has been absolutely phenomenal. So we're going to try and rank this all out based on how much I actually like the cards, not just based on value. So let's head over to Tier Maker. All right, so check it out. Here we go. They should just all be in order. Here is the Scarlet and Violet base set ones, and then you got Paldea Evolved. There's a ton of special illustration rares in Paldea Evolved. Then a couple in Obsidian Flames, some 151 ones, which are going to be right close to the top of my list. There's no question about it. Then we got Paradox Rift there with some good ones. I really like that Altaria. We'll go through that as well. The Iron Valiant, too, is like maybe the most undervalued card in terms of artwork and how cool the card is as a special illustration rare in Scarlet and Violet. Love the Paldean Fates ones. I really, really like the Temporal Forces ones too. They're so hard to pull. And then, is Twilight Masquerade actually a good set? Man, it's super fun to open, but just looking at the pictures again, it's like, they're okay. They're okay. Honestly, Scarlet and Violet base set started out with such a banger with the trilogy cards, I like to call them. I love the fact that there's Ralts, then Kirlia as illustration rares, and then the Gardevoir as a special illustration rare. So that's going to go high on my list. Then the Great Tusk and the Iron Treads, they've got to go down. This card actually is pretty cool. Artwork-wise, this one, it's whatever. Doesn't matter. Koraidon, it's actually grown on me a little bit, but not nearly my favorite. I like the Miraidon card quite a bit better, but it's still, whatever. Spidops, it's probably a lower tier. This one could even drop down to D tier. Chien Pao, I think, is actually awesome. I would put that in A tier, but certainly not tops. Chi Yu looks really, really cool. Meowscarada, probably B. Does anyone like Quackable? Is that a thing? I don't know. You got to tell me down in the comments below. Hopefully you're enjoying the content, because I'm just having a great time looking through all of these Pokemon. Skeledirge, I like the card quite a bit, and another great trilogy with the Fuecoco and the Crocolore in the grocery or in the grocery store. So good. And then the Squawkabilly, also a great card. All these are in Japanese on this tier maker, so you can kind of see the texture a little bit more than what it is in the English. Then you got the Tinglu. Tinkaton, I actually love the colors of this card, but it's not like, there's something about when I see a special illustration rare card that I want to see the Pokemon actually in its setting. So like, for instance, you see Skeledirge and it's with its trainer and it's going grocery shopping. Like, that is legit awesome, I think. I like seeing that. This one, I've just never understood what the Wo-Chien is about. So, I don't know. Someone tell me down in the comments below. What is the Wo-Chien card all about? Obsidian Flame Zard, actually a total banger. I'm going to be honest with you. The Ice Cube, maybe one of the most unique Pokemon cards I've ever seen, but kind of boring at the same time. Pidgeot, it's fine. Nothing special. The Revavroom, I have two of them just sitting right beside me right here because I got them for so dirt cheap. But Revavroom is just not a Pokemon I like that much. Alakazam, maybe could be our first S tier. I know some people think that this is the best card that's been printed in Scarlet and Violet so far. I don't know if I'd go that far, but definitely up there. I'm going to keep it an A tier for now. We might go back. Blastoise, 151 just rocks my world. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm such a fanboy for the nostalgia. Such a fanboy. Though this Mew, not one of my favorite ones. I actually find it kind of boring, and I don't love the artwork on it. Same with the Venusaur. It is in its natural setting. I just think the Bulbasaur and the Ivysaur are actually better than the Venusaur for some reason. This one has to be an S tier. It's one of the best cards Pokemon has printed in Scarlet and Violet. Maybe best card they've ever printed. Wow, that's a spicy take. My goodness. I'm going to get some hate for some of my takes on this. Altaria, also a great card. But seriously, look at this artwork on the Zapdos. All three of the legendary birds soaring through the clouds. Sounds so good. Garchomp, this is maybe the most underwhelming special illustration rare of Scarlet and Violet Era so far. I thought they could have done such a cool thing with Garchomp, and him just doing like a whirlwind with the water. Not good enough for me. Goldango, I do like this card specifically because it meets up with the other illustration rare as well, which is kind of cool. Golisopod, mean card, but doesn't like do anything for me. Like, it doesn't evoke any emotion. Iron Hands, same thing. It's like, this one, could it be just artwork and how much I like the card? See, here's the thing. Iron Valiant, I think, looks absolutely epic. I love the background. Iron Moth is okay. And then whatever, I can't think of what the Tyranitar is called in the future, but I like the Delibird even too, but that's the only thing that I don't like about it is the Tyranitar. Roaring Moon also I think is a great card. Sandy Shocks. Tapu Koko feels like Pokevault just had his logo put onto a Pokemon card with a Pokemon. This is my favorite card of Scarlet and Violet probably. But so is this one. Plus, so is this one. Those have to, all three have to be an S tier. Like, seriously. So here's my thing. I'm saying it right now. We're like, I don't know. We're minutes into the video here. I'm going to keep S tier to a maximum of 5 Pokemon. So if I put any more up here on my first pass, I have to drop it down some. Okay? What's this one? Gouging Fire. It's okay. The actual texture on this card looks legit awesome because like it shows the sun coming down, which I really, really like. Iron Boulder is my least favorite one out of Temporal Forces. Iron Crown is definitely awesome. So is Iron Leaves. I didn't like Iron Leaves right off the bat, but certainly one of it's grown on me for sure. Grown on me. And then the Raging Bolt, also a good one, but I don't know if any of the Pokemon in Temporal Forces really gets the job done to push it up to S tier, just because I'm not in love with those Pokemon yet. I really love the artworks. Raging Bolt or Iron Crown are probably my 2 favorite out of Temporal Forces. That's what I think. But I don't know if I'm in love with the Pokemon enough. And then Walking Wake, I'd say it goes along with Gouging Fire. It's fine. It's not my favorite, but it's good. The mass Pokemon have to be underwhelming. I don't like any of them. They're better in person than they are on the screen. Don't get me wrong, but they're just not there for me. This one, the Sinitcha, it's fine too. The artwork is actually really cool. It's just not a Pokemon I'm in love with. We're going to go Blood Moon Ursaluna is going to go in B. And here's the hot ticket item. So value-wise would put it right at the top. And interestingly enough, Greninja SIR is out of set number 6 in Scarlet and Violet Era. The top card, of course, in Sword and Shield Era, the Moonbryon, was in set number 7. So lots of the top cards in Sword and Shield were right in that like central part of the era. So if Scarlet and Violet follows a similar suit or a similar way, then Greninja could be the chase card of Scarlet and Violet. I'm not entirely convinced, especially with Rocket Pokemon coming out, Trainers Pokemon coming out. I think there's going to be some bigger chase cards in the future, but that's just my take. And artwork wise, Here's maybe a spicier take, is I think the promo card for the Greninja Special Illustration Rare promo might actually be a better artwork than this one. Though this one looks really, really cool as a Special Illustration Rare. The colors are just spectacular on it. So does this belong in S tier just because of the value, or is the artwork actually that good? Is it that good? I don't really even understand the artwork. I do like the card though, and it was sure as heck exciting to pull. But again, that brings the value back into play. I'm trying to do this based on how much I actually just like the cards. I mean, here's what it is. Okay, so this one's staying, this one's staying, this one's staying. So it's in between these two cards for me. And do I like the Gardevoir, shiny Gardevoir in the forest better than the Greninja? I think I do. So there, I mean, it wasn't that hard, right? This has just been a lot of me bickering and bantering throughout this video, but I hope you enjoyed it, and I'd love to hear your top 5 Pokemon Special Illustration Rare cards out of Scarlet and Violet Era so far. Do I have it way wrong, or are we the same? What do you think? You know, here's the other problem, is that I've pulled all 5 of these cards, so I'm not even going to try and pull one of the top cards. Here's the card that I haven't pulled, is this Iron Crown or Raging Bolt. I haven't pulled that, so we're going to open up 10 packs of Temporal Forces to see if we can make it work. So here we go, baby. All right, let's get it. 10 packs, Temporal Forces. You don't know how pumped I am to be opening packs back on the channel. Seriously, it felt like a really long time that I was not doing that. And there's just something about feeling the cards in your hand, trying for the chase myself. It feels awfully good. Hopefully, we pull somehow one of the top cards out of Temporal Forces. My hopes aren't high. This set was more punishing than maybe... Well, no, that can't be true. I was going to say it's more punishing than any set I've ever opened in Pokemon, but Lost Origin. Prime Catcher, that's a couple bucks for sure. Not too bad. Lost Origin absolutely just rocked me. Like, it wasn't even close, so that had to be it. That had to be it. But, oh, man. Hopefully I don't take too much heat for my bad takes on ranking the cards, but, ooh, another one. Maximum Belt this time. But that's the nice thing about Pokemon, is everyone's got their own favorite Pokemon. Everyone's got their favorite Special Illustration Rares and Illustration Rares, and my top 5 list or my top 10 list might not include a single one of your top 10, and vice versa, because, I mean, that actually is kind of a good thing, because we all have our different chase cards. Oof. So two ace spec cards so far, but nothing of actual Pokemon or illustration rare or special illustration rare yet, or even a regular EX. There's a Buddy Poffin. Those are still worth a buck or two. Gotta keep an eye out for those for sure. I think I have a stack of them somewhere. I definitely have a stack of my Lechonk cards, which is hilarious. It's like, why do you have 100 Lechonk cards? Because I'm an idiot. But this feels exactly like I expect Temporal Forces to feel, where I just get completely throttled, and that's the way she goes. So, come on, we gotta get at least a hit here. At least a hit. Still nothing. 3 packs left. Yikes. Maybe I'm gonna have to go on another opening hiatus. I'm supposed to at least get some of my money's value back. Opening packs, right? Come on. Ooh. Incineroar. There we go. At least we got an ultra rare. My camera is not focusing whatsoever, so gotta fix that for the next video. My apologies. Come on, 2 packs left. I would love one more hit. Is it too much to ask for the Iron Crown? Yep, that looks like it. Alright, last pack. Come on. And then it's time for you to be done listening to my voice for a little bit, because I know you're tired of it. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Nada. Oof. And as per normal, Temporal Forces completely crushes me again. Anyways, that's going to do it for me at the Poke Office. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to hit all the buttons, subscribe, hit the like button, leave a comment, letting me know what your top 5 or top 10 or what your tier list would be, or where I went wrong. You can, just tell me where I went wrong. Okay? Till my next video, I'll see you then. Peace!